In the sweepingly foundational, myth-forging, and breathlessly cinematic epic masterpiece, the Odyssey, the ancient Greek poet Homer delivers the ultimate timeless triumph of Western literature. The narrative masterfully utilizes a Nostos, homecoming, and supernatural trial framework. Set in the immediate aftermath of the bloody decade-long Trojan War, the plot centers on Odysseus, the brilliantly cunning king of Ithaca and mastermind behind the legendary Trojan horse. While his fellow Greek warriors have either returned home or perished, Odysseus is stranded in maritime exile, hunted by the vengeful sea god Poseidon for blinding his Cyclops son Polyphemus. Back home in Ithaca, believing the king to be dead, a volatile, predatory horde of over 100 aggressive suitors has occupied the royal palace, devouring the kingdom's wealth and ruthlessly terrorizing Odysseus's fiercely loyal wife Penelope and his coming-of-age son Telemachus. Homer's signature verse, traditionally delivered in sweeping dactylic hexameter, is exceptionally vivid, rhythmic, and dripping with an underlying appreciation for human resilience, the cosmic caprices of the Olympian gods, and the sacred laws of hospitality, xenia. The narrative employs a highly complex, non-linear flash-forward structure, tracking Telemachus as he braves a dangerous journey across Greece to find news of his father, while Odysseus narrates his own horrific 10-year wanderings to the court of King Alcinous. The text expertly weaponizes the monsters and maidens and disguised Avenger formulas, driving the adrenaline to an absolute maximum as Odysseus faces down the bewitching goddess Circe, the singing sirens, the multi-headed terror Scylla, the ship-crushing whirlpool Charybdis, and the soul-sapping lotus eaters. Far from a simple fantasy adventure, the epic serves as a profound, beautifully textured study on the paralyzing psychological weight of prolonged isolation, the complex architecture of familial memory, and the realization that the ultimate victory isn't merely surviving the storm, but maintaining your humanity until you can reclaim your rightful home. The audiobook format is an absolute tour de force in historical performance, transforming the epic poem back into its original spellbinding oral tradition. Leveraging dynamic, world-class modern translations, such as Emily Wilson's critically acclaimed rhythmic line-for-line pacing or Robert Fagel's grand theatrical delivery, the narration breathes visceral life into the text. The vocal execution masterfully bridges the narrative's distinct emotional frequencies, capturing Odysseus's sharp, calculating, and silver-tongued wit, contrasting it beautifully with the haughty, booning arrogance of the suitors and the soft, guarded sorrow of Penelope. The superb auditory pacing turns the crashing of Mediterranean waves, the terrifying roars of mythological beasts, and the climactic, blood-soaked archery contest in the Great Hall into an exceptionally addictive, deeply immersive audio event that flows magnificently through headphones. It is a mandatory listen for literature purists who crave the rich world-building scale of Virgil's The Aeneid or John Milton's Paradise Lost, combined with the timeless storytelling power of classic mythology. By the time the final act unleashes a rapid-fire sequence of paradigm-shifting reunions, tactical ambushes, and ultimate divine intervention, you will realize that the Odyssey is an untouchable triumph, the ever-eternal, ocean-spanning map of absolute human endurance and ultimate homecoming.